Hello and welcome to day 2 of our devotional. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, our relationships with each other. You know, a crisis always has a way of slowing us down, like we said before. It gives us downtime, it gives us time to think. That time might be painful. And sometimes we want to focus on the pain, where we're so focused on the real challenges presented to us by the crisis we're faced with. But my encouragement is, having done all that you're supposed to do or all that you can do about your crisis, why don't you channel your energy into investing in the real purposes of God for your life that still remain regardless of what you're going through? And one of those purposes is to begin to build your relationship and your love walk with others. Like Jesus said, after he cited that the greatest commandment was to love God, he said right next to it is to love your neighbor as yourself. It's great to achieve things. It's great to be an achiever, to have goals, to set them and achieve them. But you know, people are more important than goals. People are more important than targets. And when I say people, I mean loving them. God has placed you on this earth with your unique personality, giftings, and ability to make a difference in somebody's life through your love. How well have you used this opportunity? You know, this devotional was birthed, like I said, out of a desire to encourage from my personal relationship and walk with God along my own crisis. And what happened was that I was a career girl doing my thing in the city of London. I was very busy, also busy in ministry. So it wasn't as if I was doing the wrong things. I wasn't perfect, but it wasn't as if I was doing wrong things throughout. But I got very busy. And in the midst of my busy schedule, some of my priorities got shifted. I didn't have as much time really for people as I should have. And I think that I could have been a better person. I wasn't a bad person, but I could have been a better person to the people around me. And what happened was, when I slowed down as a result of the crisis, when obviously I didn't actually slow down, I was slowed down. I was immobilized, I was bedridden. And in the midst of the pain, as I cried, as I tried to figure my life out from the point of my crisis, and to figure out whether God still had a plan for me, I realized that of course he did, and his purpose for my life, aside from loving him, is to love others. And regardless of what I was going through, and regardless of the limitations, I was still able to do that if I wanted to. And so I started to invest in that. Of course, I realized that there were things I could do better. You know, my personality needed a lot of work. I wasn't a bad person, like I said, but we can all afford to be better. God has blessed you with relationships. It could be your spouse, it could be your daughter, it could be your son, your children, your parents, your siblings, your friends, and of course, everyone who is a member of this beautiful body we call the body of Christ. These are the relationships God has blessed you and I with. The question is, how much of a blessing have you been, or are you being, to the people that God has put in your life? Are you loving them? Are you spending quality time with them? Do they know that you really love them? Do you spend time connecting with them? Do you spend time serving them? This is what life is all about, doing life together with each other. No man is an island. We were not created to do life alone. And no, you don't necessarily have to be in a marriage. You know, some people think when you say alone, you're referring to maybe single people who are, you know, not married and all of that. No, you could be single and still be in quality relationships with each other. You've got your family, you've got your friends, you've got your college, you've got the body of Christ. We have a lot of beautiful relationships that God has blessed us with, and you can begin to invest in those in a very intentional way. So do not allow the pain that you're going through to cloud your vision. You still have a purpose. You can fulfill that purpose in loving each other and making a difference. So the question to ask is, how can I begin to make a real difference in the lives of the people that God has put in my life? I pray that from today, that God will make you an instrument of real love to others, that others will be able to feel the love of God through the love that they receive from you, and that you'll be a blessing to everyone that God has placed in your life, despite all the challenges you're going through now. I know I did. I know I did it through the help of God, and I know that He's here to help you too. So welcome to this journey of love, loving God and loving each other. Purpose still remains, and you can fulfill yours. God bless you.